Biggest moment in the last 12 months, and we've actually saved 700 businesses by going bust, by being the franchisor supporting them. People have adapted and changed, and we've supported them. So as a franchisor, we've helped them achieve that. We've got 11,000 customers, 700 of those we've saved. So that's a really, really proud moment. And we've exceeded growth through this perfect storm of COVID, Brexit, and we've done our own software, just chuck in the mix. So it's been a fantastic year. To get 30% growth in system margin and revenue is just fantastic. And most of all, we've not lost a single franchise. The support we've offered through COVID and Brexit and the software is purely coaching, being hands-on, supporting growth. We've implemented a global training team, and we've put everything training we put onto a platform, so everything's easy access anywhere in the world. So we've coached, encouraged growth, and really supported everybody through this storm. We've implemented coaches this year, and the implementations we've made is just purely more face-to-face coming out of COVID. And we now see the franchisees on an almost weekly basis, and the coaches now hold people accountable and ensure their growth week on week and month on month. So the coaching has been key for us, especially this year. Franchisees believe we're worthy of this award this year because we continue to invest. We've invested millions of dollars in the software. We've adapted to change. So if something's not working through COVID, for example, or through the Brexit or through software, we've adapted and changed fast. We've built products for the franchisees and listened to the customers. So we've done surveys. We do 2 weekly surveys. Every 2 weeks we do a survey to the customer. Are we on the right track? Yes or no? If not, no franchisee's model's perfect, so we adapt and change. And it's just holding everyone's hand all the time through this perfect storm. So through COVID and supporting the network with their well-being, we've done a lot of competitions. We do weekly prizes and we do weekly competitions, and we continue to do that because their welfare and their mental health is important to us. And we've got a lot closer to the franchise network by doing fun things. The factors that attribute to us being successful franchisor of the year is purely down to teamwork and staying close to the network. We encourage the network to come up with new ideas. We've pushed the brand development council more and more this year, and that's been an amazing success. The team have been really, really close. The team challenge everybody. They challenge me and say, no, that's just not a good idea, John. Change it. And we adapt and change. We get things done fast now because we have to, because of what the model's going on in the world. We have to change fast. This year we've had the challenge of Brexit, obviously, and we've had to adapt and change. So with our new software we've put in, we linked with the government and our local partners on how to change. So, for example, we had to change things for our network within a period of 3 to 4 hours because the government were making changes. So it's slick, fast changes. So none of the franchise network or the customers were affected in any way. So we've had to spend money changing the software, and our previous software, it would take months, where now it takes days to adapt, which is fantastic. So during the last 12 months, we've now built Webship Plus. It used to be called Webship. Webship wasn't owned by InXpress. It was outsourced. So we've brought it back in-house. We've built it from the ground up. It's now our software. And the enhancements is the fact that we can adapt and change. We can add anything onto it whatsoever. So, for example, we want to add QuickBooks onto it or any third-party software we can now put on it. So there's no restrictions whatsoever. So that's the benefit of the new software, and it's obviously cheaper. And the franchisees and the franchise network can come up with solutions and changes to help us make it better and change. The future for InXpress is very exciting. We've now been bought by a venture capitalist, which is reinvesting, so we continue to invest millions and millions of dollars. For the next 3 to 5 years, we've got massive changes ahead. Again, software driven. We want to add more and more things onto the software. We want it to be a self-alone software that can work anywhere in the world. So the growth is fantastic. We want to be $1 billion business in 5 years' time, and we're well on track to be doing that. We have franchisees in 14 countries around the world. We interact on a monthly basis, even daily through Teams. We have various teams. The biggest challenge has been the language. So we've all started to learn different languages. We continue to have monthly meetings, and again, we share every other week the different changes in each country, what's going to work in one country, what doesn't work in another. For example, South Africa is different challenges in South Africa, so we try and adapt that, and we just share what's working in every country. And we also have franchisees on these calls as well to say what works in one country and what works in another, and try this, try that. So constantly adapting. Through COVID, all the challenges we've gone through, the BFA part of it has kept our head office team in track, and we've challenged some things and asked the BFA, are we doing the right thing or not? And that's been fundamental to our success. And it's great that we've now got our training plan where 5 people minimum every year are doing their QFP to make sure they understand all the changes that happen in the BFA. Training upskilling to my team in InXpress is fundamental, because what's going on in the world, we have to change. So we're putting people on the QFP courses with the BFA. We're doing the management training. They're going through the mental health training to support the network. And they're doing every module that we've put online for training. So now we can support with the franchise support team, and the business coaches can now hold the franchisee's hand through these modules. So that's been fundamental to our learning. And we never stop learning. And we just get stuff done. That's our model, really. Just get it done and get it done fast.